Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ljs Garage. Today we're changing out the thermostat on this 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. So if you have a 14 to like 2021, 22, it's all still pretty much the same. The way that I'm doing this is the shortcut way. The right way to do this would be to actually drain the coolant. I'm going to show you guys that real quick, but if you have pets like I do, it's kind of risky because dogs and cats and all those things like the taste of coolant. It is toxic if I recall. So probably not the best thing to do if you're going to have your pets in the vicinity, so make sure you clean up very well if you're going to do that. This project's super simple. All you're going to need are a pair of channel locks, and you're going to need a 10 and 8mm socket, and that's really all you really need. If you're not someone that likes to do projects at home, this one is fairly simple. Just follow along step by step, easy enough. There's not really too much to mess up with this process other than maybe getting a leak, then that just means you need to tighten up just a little bit, but other than that, all of this is pretty foolproof. Don't quote me on that, but in my mind it is. And it'll save you at least $300 that the dealership would charge. And the codes that I got are the I'm going to just put the codes right here, but those are the codes I got that led to this. I checked my coolant levels, I checked all the other things, and this is the last thing to do, which is change out the actual thermostat. So thermostat is stuck open more than likely. So if you want to do this the right way, here's your engine block. You come on down, and you're going to see you've got a petcock valve right there, this red guy, boom, and under it is going to be a little tube. You can connect a tube there and run that through the bottom opening right there and just drain it all into a bucket, and that'll make everything nice and easy and significantly less mess than what I have to deal with. But like I said, if you want to do the shortcut method, then a little bit of cleanup is not the worst thing. So the first thing that you're going to do is remove this plastic cover from the top that just pops right off. Then you're going to go ahead and attack the air intake. So you're just going to go ahead and disconnect it at these 2 points right here. And you can leave the sensor connected if you wanted, or you can disconnect it, up to you. As you can see in the next clip, once everything is loose, I'm just going to move this out of the way and set it to the side. It's really just personal preference if you want to take everything apart, but you'll have more than enough room if you just leave things connected. And just like that, you're at the thermostat. You're going to have two 10mm bolts that are connecting the thermostat, and then you'll have your hose clamp, which is easy to get to if you use a pair of channel locks, unlike me here who decided to use needle nose pliers or whatnot. But I guarantee you channel locks, easiest as can be, and I just set the bucket under it to catch as much of the coolant as I can. Like I said, if you want it in the beginning, you can just drain everything and just refill the system afterwards. So just make sure you put something underneath it though to catch this, to make sure your serpentine belt and all that isn't getting covered in coolant. Now go ahead and throw your new thermostat in. Make sure that you put in the new gasket and remove the old gasket if it's still somehow stuck to the engine itself. But other than that, repeat the steps that you did in reverse order. Get your hose clamp back on and then tighten everything down, and you're good to go. So just like that, in about 15-20 minutes, you've already changed out your new thermostat. So congrats. All right, so now I've gone ahead and I've put this back in its place right here, the plenum. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my coolant levels are at the right level. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that up if need be. If you look at the old thermostat, you're going to notice at the top of it, you've got a little vent tube that comes off the top of there. And all you do is just righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, loosen that up, let the car run, and it'll go ahead and vent out any air, and then just close it up once you're all done. So it'll make a little tiny bit of a mess, but that's okay. Just like that, you've done it. So thermostat is changed out. I went ahead and I vented it. Make sure that you purge out all that excess air that may have been pulled into the system whenever you had everything open. And then once you do that, pretty much good to go. Top off your coolant as needed, and all you need to do is that 50-50 distilled water and 50-50 Mopar, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. It's always good to have on hand, but you get this 50-50 Mopar coolant and then just some distilled water right there, and you just mix those 50-50, throw them in, and you're good. Alright, and if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. But this one is just a quick, straight to the point thermostat replacement. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next one.